The hills are alive with the sound of Christmas. And in today's video, I am going to show you what it's like to experience the festive season in magical Salzburg, Austria. From Christmas markets and lights, to more terrifying traditions and surprises. But first, in case you're new here, hi, I'm Christina from happytowander.com. And this channel is all about practical travel guides from someone who's been there, done that, so be sure to like and subscribe if that sounds like your kind of thing. Now for Christmas time in Salzburg, a city famed for being the birthplace of Mozart, and of course the idyllic filming location of Sound of Music. During the festive season, the entire old town of Salzburg becomes a glittering wonderland, with its many narrow streets decked in lights, and its main squares filled with cozy Christmas markets, ranging from low-key to the much more extravagant. So let's work our way up to the best. Starting on the more low-key end of the spectrum, in Mirabellplatz, steps away from where they filmed some iconic do-re-mi scenes from The Sound of Music, you'll find the Weihnachtsmarkt am Mirabellplatz, or simply the Mirabellplatz Christmas Market, known for its cozier, more local vibe with just a handful of stalls. Granted, this is not a huge or extravagant market, but it is a calm place to grab a drink and do a little browsing. There's also a small set of vendors in the courtyard of the city's epic hilltop Hohensalzburg fortress, which offers some of the best views in the city. And a smaller set of about a dozen stalls in the Alter Markt, where for over 25 years there has been a mini market here run in support of local charities. Ideal for indulging in the name of a cause, though sadly all their drinks are served in paper cups. A more atmospheric pick may be the cozy little market in the courtyard of Sternbräu, the Stern Advent, which is a perfect place to hide from the crowds for a bit and grab a drink. Though the vendor selection in terms of shopping is fairly generic. The main Christmas market of the city though, and the real star of the show, is the Salzburger Christkindlmarkt, an event celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. Spread across the main squares of Domplatz and Residenzplatz, in this market you'll find about 100 stalls selling beautiful decorations, gifts, and festive treats, all under a unique canopy of garlands and lights. Crowded as it can get, the atmosphere here really is magical, especially after the sun sets. With plenty of drinks to choose from, and a few food options as well. But there's more to enjoy here than just pretty stalls. Another highlight of the market is its stacked schedule of events and performances, including daily choir performances in front of the Salzburger Dom, the city's main cathedral, which is well worth admiring on the inside, by the way, especially for the noontime organ concert that they host every day for €9. There's also different surprises throughout the week, like when we witnessed what I can only describe as a festive musical duel between competing groups on opposing towers in Residenzplatz. Around the outside of this market as well, you'll find several nativity scenes on display, and even a nice little ice rink in Mozartplatz, just a few steps away. As nice as this market is though, it's actually not my favorite one in the area. Instead, my absolute favorite market of the trip was found a little outside Salzburg's old town at Schloss Hellbrunn, accessible by bus in less than 30 minutes. At their annual Hellbrunner Adventzauber event, you'll find about 60 vendors spread across the grounds of Schloss Hellbrunn, a 17th century palace designed by Santino Solari, former chief architect of Salzburg, best known for his work on the Salzburger Dome. While known as a popular destination year-round, the palace becomes an even more magical destination leading up to Christmas. With over 700 trees creating a festive forest atmosphere, thousands of red baubles and lights, and even the palace facade becoming a giant advent calendar. Unlike the markets in Salzburg city center, they do charge an admission fee here. But this cost does include a hot drink voucher, so in the end it evens out to be about €2 per person. Sadly, the hot drinks included come in paper cups, but what can you do? I would say this admission fee is worth every penny though. Not only is the vendor selection here unique and focused on local handmade products, there's loads of great food and drink options as well as several distinct sections to explore. Like the special Kinderweihnachtswelt, or Children's Christmas World, complete with cute farm animals, a little train, and plenty of play areas and wooden huts that, yes, can fit an adult if you just try hard enough. On the other end of the cuteness spectrum, there's also a Krampuswelt, or Krampus World, dedicated to the iconic devil-like folk figure said to accompany St. Nicholas on his special day, ready to punish all the bad children. Here, you can admire all sorts of Krampus-themed displays, getting up close with the iconic costumes, and a scary surprise or two. But if you time your visit for the right day, this section may well be a sign of things to come. Because one night a year, you can experience Krampus magic, or maybe terror, in real life. Because on one evening a year, visitors can experience the terrifying tradition of the Krampus and Perchten parade, when dozens of Krampuses and other folk figures called Perchten travel in from Großgemein to chase away the dark spirits of winter with their jangly bells and scary masks. Naturally, they do this by running, growling, whipping, and making tourists pee their pants, with the occasional nice one taking selfies with brave visitors. And not so brave visitors like me. The event culminates in a special dance at the palace staircase, if you manage to see any of it past the crowds anyway. But don't worry, everything ends on a wholesome note here, with many of the scary figures happy to pose for photos. During our visit, even St. Nicholas himself made an appearance. Wholesome, however, is not the word I would use to describe the other main Krampus event in Salzburg, which is the traditional Krampus and Perchten parade taking place around St. Nicholas Day every year, with over 100 Krampuses, or Krampi, in attendance. With a set route around the city starting from the Festspielhaus, we arrived early enough to see the Krampus Express bus pull up, because in Austria, even terrifying folk figures love the excellent public transport. The parade route weaves its way through Salzburg's Old Town, though the term parade is used fairly loosely here, as it's less of a let's sit back and watch them prance, and more like let's run for our lives because they are fully coming into the crowd and whipping us repeatedly. As you can tell from these clips, I personally handled this very, very well. And you can run all you want, but they will still somehow manage to find you in the restaurant where you're just peacefully trying to enjoy a schnitzel to nurse your newfound trauma. But hey, some of them are actually kind of cute and friendly. Plus, frightening cultural traditions aside, Salzburg is still a beautiful place for the holidays. Besides Christmas markets, festive magic can be felt all over the city, from storefronts and window displays to little touches at various attractions all through town. Some highlights I can recommend include a walk along Berger Spittelgasse, where the courtyard housing the Toy Museum is decked out in pretty stars, as well as a nice tree and statue coverings in Herbert von Karajanplatz, which makes it look like a little snow globe. Or if you continue along Hofstallgasse, across from the Salzburg Festspielhaus, you'll find a fun little advent calendar set up in the windows of the university library, with poems and graphics related to Advent. There's also several beautiful streets and areas known for their lighting displays, like Marco Feingoldsteg, a bridge known for its love locks that gets an extra bit of glittery glam during the holidays. There's also the historic Getreidegasse, Salzburg's main shopping street, which is decked out with a trail of beautiful canopy lights hanging overhead. And Goldgasse, which is decorated with overhead garlands, bows, and lights. Plus, if you haven't had enough of Christmas, there's even an entire museum dedicated to Christmas in Salzburg. To be honest though, it's pretty small and you'll probably get more Christmas spirit out of it if you just put your €9 admission towards a Glühwein instead. Of course, if you have more time, there are many more Christmas markets you can visit from Salzburg. Munich, for instance, is only an hour and a half away by train. And you can even venture out to Oberndorf, the birthplace of the famous Christmas carol, Silent Night. All to say, there's no shortage of Christmas spirit to be found in Salzburg. Thanks for watching, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.